Right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can I have a sound check, please? It's a new setup, so I'm going to need a sound check. I know there's going to be echo. There's nothing much I can do about that. That's just the setup of the room, and I haven't really got the chance to put in any, what do you call them? Dampeners. I think they call them dampeners, and they're going to be a bit expensive to do. So that's not going to happen. You have to deal with some echo. But can I get a sound check, please? Just so I know how the stream's set up, and then we'll get on with it. How are we doing with the chat? It works. Sounds okay. Good. Everything's working. Oh, I should just pop into Alexa's Discord. I've tweeted it out, but I need to pop into Alexa's Discord. Echo minimal. Good. Yeah, spoken about the mic actually. I am getting a mic. I was supposed to have it already, but it's not here yet. I was supposed to have it before I left England, but that didn't pan out. So, yeah. Okay. No worries. Right, I'm just going to go to the announcements. There we go. Already seen the Eiffel Tower? No, I am in Grenoble, not Paris. I've got friends in Paris, but I'm not in Paris, so that's not going to happen. I'm just going to reclose that. I'm just going to ping at me all night. Bonjour, mon ami. Ami would be without the E, because ami with an E is feminine, and ami with the AMI is masculine. As a hopefully soonish streamer, what poor man's mic? Well, to be honest, I've been streaming off a headset. It's pretty much been a headset the entire time, so a pair of Apple headphones, which are like 20 quid. I've just bought a, what's the name of it? Oh, I've forgotten the name of my mic now. What is the name of my mic? It's a Yeti, that's it. I've just bought a Yeti, which is coming. Want to help my physics homework? Sure. If you want some questions answering about physics, then I'll do my best, because I have been doing physics this last week. Like the new location? Yeah. Good God, it's gorgeous out here. It's gorgeous. But it's going to be interesting weather-wise. It's really warm now, like it's 20-odd degrees in the day, but it's going to be freezing. Freezing when it comes to the end of the year, in Christmas time. Oh, sorry, Ben. Well, to be honest, it's kind of an awkward time with streaming. Like, this is my normal streaming time, but literally I only got in 10 minutes ago. I got off the tram. Did I pack the 1,000 Suns? No, I didn't pack any models. I packed some paints, so I'm going to buy some models out here, but I didn't pack any paints. Stand mic's preferable to headsets? I believe so. I've not used a stand mic, so I don't know what the sound quality difference is going to be like, but I believe it's supposed to be better. A headset is fine, but I'm upgrading to a stand mic. I'm probably going to stream for an hour, 90 minutes, because bear in mind now it's 9:10 here. I'm an hour ahead of UK time, so it's a little bit later for me, and I've got a lecture at 9:45 tomorrow morning, so I'm not going to be up too late, but I'll probably be 90 minutes, 2 hours, same as usual. There's a storm heading for you. Oh, yeah, that's in America. Yeah, I can imagine. Is there a GW? No, probably not. I'll probably just order it off the internet and have it delivered. My opinion on Montarian is the same as it's always been, if you've seen the podcast. It's Scythe looks cool, but generally it looks cool. The wings, I really like the wings, but I don't like the head, generally. Oh, yeah, there's some people from Europe. So, yeah, I'm on your time zone now. Yay. Oh, Florida, yeah, I can see Florida catching some storms, that's for sure. I haven't really got anything to eat quietly. I'll have a drink. Yeah, the one thing I'll say, if you're thinking of coming to study in Europe, you don't get a lot of equipment compared to the UK. I mean, I've got my own mini fridge, but that's about all I've got. I've got no oven, I've got no kettle, I've got no toaster, I've got no microwave. I've just got 2 hobs and 2 sinks. And sorry about all the crackling, by the way. It's just while I get my drink out. Sorry about that. It's the Chapman quack. That's why we have great in the name. Yeah, Britain has its perks. Britain has its perks. I was talking with one of the people who run the accommodation, and they were saying that, oh yes, all the English are rich because they have all this stuff in their halls. Is this a dorm room? Yeah, in effect. This is one of the Résidence Crous. So it's like the university halls of residence. So it's kind of like a corridor. It's just a corridor, long, long corridor, and everyone's living on here. Yeah, it is halls. The British unis are pretty good. Actually, I found out that Manchester's now the best physics department in Europe. So go me. I'm going to the best physics department in Europe when I'm at home. I just left. There is a single GW in Grenoble. There's a GW in Grenoble. What? Qu'est-ce que vous m'avez dit? Games Workshop Grenoble. Oh my god. There's a Games Workshop in Grenoble. Ah! Okay. Right. That's on my to-do list. That's on my to-do list. That's on my to-do list. Yay. Lovely. Sorry about that. Yeah, I can buy a microwave. I can. I haven't done it yet because I've only been here for 3 days. I'm not. Same rules apply, I think, to GW. I will ask, actually. When I go, I will ask about battle reports, whether I can film. Yes, merci beaucoup. So what Brown George do you want to return next? The most logical is Lion. Though I could see Fulgrim, Angron, Russ and Lion all being not too long ago. Oh, someone started a guard army. Nice. Guard's cool. Not my sort of thing, but guard is cool. Quite a bit of latency, actually. There's a fair bit of latency on the stream between me and you, which is interesting. Okay, thanks, OBS. No, it appears that person is not here. Must be different timings for them, because it is later than when I've been streaming recently, because a lot of the streams while I've been at home, then it would be a bit awkward. No, don't order stuff to the store for me, for God's sake. I don't know when I'm going to go to pick it up. Plus, how would you know who to order it for and the notification of arrival? It just wouldn't work. So, no, do not go buying me stuff. I will be fine. And also Dark Eldar. No, if you want to order anything, order me some Stormcast, because I'm starting a Stormcast army for this semester. If you get enough funds, you can collect Tower Orc. Which army would you collect? Ooh, there's a question. I'd probably try the Dark Eldar project, but I'd need Lady Mallets to make that justifiable. I don't know. It's not infinite funds that's the problem. It's infinite time. It's always been me. It's timing. Excusez-moi. Oi, do not talk crap about AOS. Do not talk crap about AOS. I'm not having it. Not on my channel. This is it. I'm going to be doing a Stormcast army this semester, and it will be a hobby project, and it will be videoed. Almost certainly. Deal with it. Bonsoir, Dominique Vissinger. Ça va? I have a headcanon where Khan and the Dark Eldar have alliance of convenience to fight the demon in the Dark City, assuming he's there. Am I a fool for this? A fool? No, but you're probably wrong. How is it really? How do you mean how is what? AOS, okay. Let's talk about AOS very quickly, because I meant to... AOS is similar to 8th edition in many ways. The movement phase is very similar. The hero phase, where you activate abilities, is kind of similar. The magic and psychic are almost identical. The main differences come in double turn, flat wound rolls, and the way damage is calculated. The damage is just an optional system, and I'm alright with it. I don't mind. The flat wound rolls is annoying, but I can live with it. It's the double turn that puts me off playing a lot. How army building works is you can take units on their own, and they have points values. And you have a basic force org based on points. So you basically have point limits of like how many, like old style force org, how many units you can take. And that's basically it. There are points, and there are battalions, which are like the old formations. It's it's kind of like a very stripped down version of 7th edition. That'd be a good way of like explaining how army building works. And then you can have basically decurions, which are formations of formations. Played some Black Ark Corsairs, and gee, those metal covered orcs hurt. Black Ark Corsairs. Black Ark Corsairs. Oh, Black Orcs. Yeah, Black Ark Corsairs is an army I've got. They're called Scourge Privateers now. Yeah, sorry. Dark Elves got confused. The metal covered orcs, I think, are Iron Jaws. Yeah, they hit hard. They are hard. Tu n'es pas en retard, ce n'est que 10 minutes depuis le début du stream. And non, je ne vais pas arrêter avec le français. Je vais parler français pendant toute ma journée. Et donc, c'est presque naturel pour moi maintenant. Et donc, c'est moi. Ah. Yeah, Scourge Privateers. They're an army I was looking into, but they've just not got enough stuff right now. But there is a thing where they can do a mix of allies. Allies is becoming a thing now. Very basic allies, like 25%, 20% of your army can be allies. And they're releasing a box set called Anvil Guard, which is a huge Corsair army, which is like 30 Corsairs, a Scourge Runner Chariot, a Charybdis, and a Fleet Master, with 2 units Adjudicators and a Knight Vexilor for Stormcast. So it's actually pretty good. Actual money, are AOS and 40k models similar? That will vary by army. Ouais, je pense que j'ai bien parlé français, merci. All my lectures are in French. All of my classes are in French, so I have to be good at French to keep up with them. It's not a choice. I'm gonna get an Air Dwarf bow to make it a proper whaling bow. Oh yeah, the Archanaut, or whatever it's called. I know the one you mean. The Iron... No. Caradron Overlords. Whatever their boat is called. I know the one you mean. I know exactly the one you mean. Little dirigible. Dirigible? Whatever. Hoping the 8th brings back detailed cryptex, and order might give me a reason to actually build my army from 6th. Yeah, I don't know what they'll do with cryptex. We'll see with the Necron Codex. Which Primarch do you like to hang out, including traitors? Not particularly. No, I don't smoke. That's not going to happen. I do not smoke. I will not be holding a cigarette. I do not smoke at all. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke. I've thought about it before. Q Black out of French jokes. No. And please do not purge the chat. You don't have mod rights to purge the chat anyway. So you can't purge the chat. The only people who can purge the chat are me and my mods, and you're not one of them. So good effort. Since you started an AOS army, have you had a look at what the community is like across the channel? How do you mean? Could you refine that question? Have I had a look at what the community is like across the channel? The community across the channel? You mean across Tactica Imperialis or across the community generally? I'm confused. Any guess on the 3 codices of the year? Thinking Eldar, Orcs, and Imperial Guard. Guard will probably be decent. Eldar, I don't know because they might have hit them with too much of a nerf bat. Orcs, I don't know either. I wouldn't really hang out with the Primarchs. Yeah. English channel. You might actually be right. Across on the continent, you're right. Yeah, I'll have to go into GW and have a look at what the community's like. Sorry, I thought you meant the online community. My bad. Yeah, sorry. Got the wrong end of that stick. Derp, derpity derp. Oh, this is going to be a horrible room to record in because it's got so much echo. Ugh. Am I going to visit places while in France, like the Catacombs and Paris? I'll probably see a few places. Like, I've got friends in Paris who are staying in Orsay for their year abroad. So, yeah, up to you. Well, no, not up to you, up to me. I don't know. I'll see what I do. Have I seen the animated version of Hell's Reach? No, I haven't. I've been so busy that I haven't. What do you think about a guard starter set like Dark Imperium? They'd have to balance what the opponent was very carefully, because like Space Marines, Chaos Space Marines is a nice anti-parallel, but there isn't really a traitor guard force. It'd have to be Xenos, and then it's harder to balance. And well, Xenos never gets quite the attention of the Imperial and Chaos stuff, generally. Oh, they're only about 10 minutes. Okay, that's fine. Guard v Nids? Maybe. It could work. It's just, I don't quite know how they do it, because Guard relies so much on their tanks, and the Tyranids, same with their monsters, so like, you'd have to put quite a big thing, like a small thing in it, like, I don't know, some sort of Hellhound variant in a Sentinel versus a Carnifex. I don't know. What would you do? There's nothing I could do if the fantasy world turned up in the 40k universe, because it doesn't exist anymore. It's dead. That's the point. The world that was became Malice, which is what Sigmar uses to draw his power from. Sorry, wrong. That's what Sigmar uses to create the Stormcast. Odds on a Plastic Sister about a release? Don't know. Honestly, don't know. I couldn't tell you. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. The Lord of Winter and War, I feel like I should know who that is. I feel like I should know who that is. But I don't. Oh dear. Do. So yeah, if you want to talk about hobby, we can talk about AOS, 40k, France, up to you. It's a nice mix of stuff that we can do on the stream. I kind of, I'm glad that we've got this mix. Lehman Russ can't even write. That's not confirmed anywhere. Oh, Jervis says that fantasy lives on in a parallel universe in Blood Bowl. 40k probably wouldn't work as a total war game. Partly because of the reliance on range combat and tanks and things like that. It's a different sort of style of warfare. I don't think it would quite transfer 1-to-1, especially compared with the old Total Wars like Roman Medieval 2. I mean, Total War Warhammer works because you've got regiments the same way, but it's not quite the same system. Would I like Plastic Sisters? Yeah, Plastic Sisters would be good because it means more people can play more stuff. It's difficult for demons to manifest in the material world. It's the same for demon princes. It seems to me they can stay in the material world all they want. I think it might be difficult to manifest, but I think it's easier maybe for them to stay. I don't know. I don't quite know the rules regarding demon princes' immortality and the materium. It's a little bit convoluted. Thank you. Why did you bring up a dating sim? That's just not funny. That's just not funny. It just isn't. Only Magus, I think, would have a free pass. I don't even know about the Demon Primarchs. I don't know. I'm not doing Alex's intro ever. If you could bring back any old world lore that was lost in the move to Sigmar, what would it be? Ooh. It'd be nice to see like some. I don't think I'd want to bring reintroduce old lore. I don't think I could do that, but I think it would be. It'd be good to see some of like the old Easter eggs, like the rivalry between the elves and the Duardin in reference to the War of the Beard, or something like that. It's references. I wouldn't want to see like old lore rehashed. I'd want to see references. I'm going to be staying in France until Christmas, and then I'm going home, and then I'm coming back in January, and I'm going to stay here for the rest of the year. So I'm basically here for an academic year. So until the end of June, I think is when my lease runs out. End of June my lease runs out. I don't have my 40k army with me. any models I get out here, I'm buying some Stormcast and taking them home. I'm probably not bringing... I'm only going to bring AOS out. Because I'll probably leave my Stormcast here and then get Blight War over Christmas and get that out. Okay, let's talk about it. How are things different in France than Britain? So for one, everything now, all the shops are closed. Some of the restaurants are closed. Like, France shuts down a lot earlier than in England. So like the corner shop that's open till midnight, like your Tesco or your Sainsbury's, not a thing here. Your shops close at like 9:30. The restaurants go a little later and the bars go a little later. But yeah, there's a lot earlier finish. Generally, it feels like food. It's more about lunch than dinner. The equipment in the halls is far less available. The university system is a lot more autonomous, so you're trusted to do a lot on yourself. You've got, obviously, the adapters, the language, obviously, and there are some cultural things too, but I'm not enough up on the nuances, and nor do I want to say something that's wrong and offensive. The food has flavour in England. I had a really nice meal the night before I came out. It varies. It varies by restaurant, not by... What do I like most? At the moment, I'm really kind of enjoying the scenery and like the feel of the place. It's very, very different to Manchester, because Manchester is a city university. It's in the heart of the city, and it's alive. It is buzzing with life, 24 hours a day. Like even around the university campus, it's never dead. And if you go into the city, it's buzzing all in through the night. Here, there's a lot more of a sense of calm, so it's a lot quieter in the evenings. And the days, it's a bit more spread out. The campus here is a lot more spread out, and instead of going up, it goes out. So it's very different in terms of atmosphere, but it's a nice change. It's a different way of doing things, and I quite approve. And the university system suits me down to the ground. It's much more about exams than coursework, which is much more my thing. Oops. Meant to do something, didn't. Whoops. We're not doing cheese jokes again, are we? Really? We're not. And no, not sponsored. Not a chance. Oh, now we're having arguments in languages I can't read. Sorry. No, not sponsored. It's just this is what I happen to have in my fridge. So it's what I'm drinking tonight. Are we going to get a vlog or anything in Evolution Stormcast? Oh yeah, absolutely. If you remember a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago, I did actually it was nearly starting about this time 2 years ago. I did a series called An Elfin Adventure, which was my Age of Sigmar hobby series, where I built my elven army up, and I'm going to do something similar. That's sort of the idea. So I can like vlog my updates as I get some models, talk about the fluff of what I'm going with it. If I get new games, I'll do some after action reports, or if they'll let me, I'll do some actual battle reports. It varies. Really? You're going there? No, we're not going there. I want to start building Stormcast, but not using start collecting. Which battalion would best and also serves with Path of Glory? I don't know about Path of Glory, I haven't looked into it. However, I'm actually building my army off Blight War, the new box, and the Vanguard chamber. I'm going to build a full Vanguard auxiliary chamber. And that's my idea. As for how I'm getting them home, I'm working on it. Because I got my paints out in just a little Tupperware. And I'm thinking if I get things like Paladins and stuff that's not like things that are really bulky but not like sticky outy bits, like top knots and crossbows. The more stuff that's like bulky, like hammers and shields, things that aren't going to break, I can get them into a box, or I get a medium-sized box and just make some space in a hand luggage, because the only hand luggage I actually brought out with me is my school bag. That's my hand luggage, as it were. So I'm working on it. But I've got a loose plan. It's just I've got to make sure I have enough space. Just start to be able to do it and keep you motivated. Yeah, I can't start exactly. I can't exactly do what I want to do yet because I need to see what's available, but that's the idea. I'm not going back on the Eurostar. I'm flying back. So at Christmas, I'm going from Grenoble Airport and flying straight home. But in summer, I'm going to have to get a bus to Lyon, Saint-Exupéry, and fly from there to Manchester, and again from there. The Stormcast have a lot of options to switch to swords. Yes. For example, if you look at Liberators, they can have 2 hammers, 2 swords, sword and shield, or hammer and shield. The Paladins can have hammers, axes, or glaives. It sort of varies, but they're the main ones for like hammers. Yeah, as I said earlier, the army I'm building is a Vanguard chamber. Vanguard chamber. So the Hunters, the Paladors, the Knight Aquilor, and then I'll invest in like the Knight Azeros, the Knight Venator, as my sort of finish off the chamber. Now, what's the other thing in that option? Oh, the Vanguard Raptors with their mega crossbows. Yeah, and then from there I'll get some Paladins and start building a warrior chamber. So warriors, there's going to be Liberators, Paladins, Judicators, Prosecutors, those sorts of things. Eventually, probably, I might even look at the Extremis chamber, the Dracoth Cavalry, and the Star Drakes, but it's not top of my list. And if you're wondering how I know all this, I bought the Stormcast Battle Tome. I've got that with me, which is an amazing book, by the way. The Battle Tomes are actually really good. Genuinely worth looking into. You not tend to build a couple small armies. I've played with lots of little small armies. So I played with... what have I played with? I played with my Daughters of Cain, I played with my Scourge Privateers, I played with various different elven factions. And I played a little bit of Flesh Eater Corps at small games. But I've not actually played proper big games with a full set-up army, with a full battle tome, and all the trophies. I haven't had it. They have added more factions to Sigmar that aren't just Stormcast or Chaos. So for Destruction, you've got the Beastclaw Raiders, Iron Jaws, Bone Splitters. For Death, you've got Flesh Eater Courts, and there's more coming, I'm pretty sure. I don't know how Orcs function, but I've heard they're pretty bloody good. The Iron Jaws are particularly pretty bloody powerful. What did you miss? Just general introductions and some discussion about life here in France and Age of Sigmar stuff. Yeah, the Iron Jaws, which are the old, what Black Orcs have become, are very punchy. Very punchy. Bone Splitters are amazingly fast, perhaps. Do I play any Blood Bowl? No, I don't. Yes, you did catch a live one. Yeah, it is fun to stream. I've been streaming earlier while I've been at home, but it's good to be back streaming at this sort of time in the evening. It's nice. Converting Dark Elder Raider transports into triremes like ships for a Greek-style naval force. Interesting idea. Interesting idea, indeed. If you're blue, you know where to go. Why don't you go where I'm putting on the Ritz. Yeah, it does sound like a really good idea, and the chat agrees with me. Oh God, you got the Egyptian one first. Flipping out. I don't understand how people have the time to do all that. Money's one thing, but how do you have the time? It's just ludicrous on dosed. Do we know if the Orcs ever loot a Necron monolith? They tried to loot your Doomsday Ark and it killed them all. It blew up. Will I be singing the Marseillaise? No. No. Absolument pas. Having little to no life. That's... Hey, I barely have a life and I don't really have time. What's my favourite Horus Heresy book? Currently I'm on Burning and Prospero. I've not really read many of them. I need to read more of them, honestly. But I did enjoy reading like False Gods and Galaxy in Flames. I don't know about decannons and stuff. I don't know. Let's see the vehicles also doing the skinning around out of control with the freedom of movement, hovering games. Yeah, grav tanks. Oh god. Never lamented the model being too detailed and got 2 platoons of Death Corps, and now it's taking forever. Dearie me. How have I been to my AOS Dark Elves? Red armor, silver trim, no, silver mail. Sometimes it's silver or gold trim, it seems to vary. Almost 1,000 Suns like in a way. Have Orcs ever looted Chaos stuff that ate them? I've not seen it done. I don't know. Also, make a computer simulation of 40k rules and then use standard AI techniques to have a machine opponent. I don't know. I'm not enough of a programmer or an expert on AI to answer that question. So yeah, don't know. Was the Orcs called Tau? I don't know. I don't think they have a particular name for them, actually. I don't know if they have a name for them, I'm afraid. I couldn't tell you. What will the Orcs never loot? I have no idea. It depends on what they can and can't. If they can, they will. Also, yes, Tyranids. Yes, the looted card effects. That's it's not quite a meme, but it's heading the ways of a meme. They call them greyskins in Dawn of War. Ah, right. Okay, greyskins. I can see that. I can see that. That makes sense. I might get a cushion. A cushion would be nice. Hardest armies to do probably be Roman Stormcasts. So I had to convert a Warp Lightning Cannon into a Ballista, then do it again. Why a Warp Lightning Cannon? Why start there? Yeah, I guess there aren't really bolt throwers big enough? Maybe there aren't bolt throwers big enough. I don't know. I suppose that would be the only reason I could think of. Excuse me. Missed many editions after 3rd. How does vehicle building work? Same way it has done. I can't say that. It's just you get the vehicle and you give it what weapons it can have. and you pay the points accordingly. There's something about like custom vehicles coming to open play, I think, in chapter approved or soon after. So you could look at that. No idea as to that question. No idea. Drank that too fast, now I've got bloody hiccups. We've got 20 odd in the chat. That's pretty fair for an impromptu stream at a slightly different time to the previous ones. That's fair enough. That's more than fair enough. How's the health of the stream doing? No, it's been good. It's been good. Now I wonder we'll have the issue we had last year where it would just die after a while because it'd fall out of the bloody Wi-Fi. I'm hopeful. Oh god, I want to open my window because I am boiling. Right. If this messes up the sound, I apologise, but it is seriously warm. Oh, that's a little better. Not a lot, but it's a little better. Yeah, so you did see a window go sliding past my face. I'm quite aware of that. How bad was it? Oh god, it went right past the camera. Oops. No care packages, no, because I didn't ask for any, and I never gave my address for good reason. My mum got me a couple of things while I was in uni, because she's out here for a couple of days with me. She's gone back tomorrow. So that's an option. She got me a few things just to get me like essentials set up. And I suppose you would call them a care package in a way. Oh, it's nice to have the window open, although I get the feeling I'm going to get attacked by bugs as a result. Yeah, that's the downside of the warm temperatures. You get bugs. You get many, many bugs. How am I? I am good. I'm a little bit tired, and my brain is drained from speaking French all the time. But France is a lovely place, and I'm getting on fine. Yeah, I do know Alexis is paying. But the thing is, I don't really want to buy like a fan and all that stuff because in winter it's going to be absolutely Arctic. Like I'm in the Alps. I'm effectively in the valley of the Alps. Yeah, so it's going to be freezing in winter. So I've kind of got to do both. I've got to be dealing with the heat in summer and then the cold in winter. Just something I've got to do. So it's a no big deal. Oh, hey Valrak, good to see you. Yeah, that is the right person. Can I? No, that's not a thing. You can't click a username to do a thing. Huh, fine. In Europe, the summer is Talon and winter's Fenris. I'm hoping it's not quite desert as opposed to bloody Arctic wastes, but it's going to be quite the temperature difference. And I've basically got on my wardrobe general use winter shelf. The winter shelf just off camera. The hot dog next to their comment. It's not a hot dog, but that's gonna stop playing, cause that's the way this works. Go away, shut up. Huh, yeah, fair dues. I should do that. Yeah, it's not a hot dog, but thank you for that. Yeah, I forgot how YouTube worked. No AC in summer, no heat in winter. You're 1/4 of the way into your One Punch Man track. Yeah, don't bleep talk the French. I've got no familial connections out here, but I've got nothing against the French. I really don't. No, that would be stupid. Can we stop now with the cultural insults, please, chat? Come on, chat. You're better than this. You are better than this. Are the Stormcast the only S units that can get Overwatch? No. The Sisters of the Thorn, the old Sisters of Avalon, they have the effective Overwatch. I don't think do any Stormcast units get Overwatch? Like the odd sort of Storm, I think maybe some Stormcast units maybe can get some form of Overwatch. Sisters of Avalon, or Sisters of the Thorn now as they're known, I think are the only ones I can think of off the top of my head that get Overwatch. Are Mountain Valley somewhat warmer than the mountains? I'm hoping so, because I'm right at the bottom of one. But it's got to... the thing is, this place changes completely in winter because it's the ski season. Like, people come here to ski. So it's gonna be quite different. I thought the big crossbow ones got it. You mean the Vanguard Raptors? I don't think so. I'll have a look at their wall scroll. That's my window. Ignore that. And derail the trip. Not at all. Not at all. I was just curious about it. No. Not in their war scroll. Not in their war scroll. Absolutely not. What? Anyway, what's the topic? There is really no topic. I'm just going with what the chat wants to talk about. Whether it's about France, or it's about uni, or it's about 40k, or if it's about AOS, because make sure the camera's on the right thing. Stormcast. Yeah. How does it feel to be in the land of the French? Actually, it's really nice here. The people are really nice. Yeah, it's really good. The crossbow hand cannons. I think you know the one you mean, the Thunderbolt crossbow. Or the Boltstorm crossbow, maybe. And let me look at Judicators. Because you've got me now confused. Because I don't really look too hard at Judicators. No. 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 Knight Venator? No. I can't see anything. I cannot see any unit in there. What was it about Stormcast that made you start them? So they were in the box set Anvil Guard with the Blackout Corsairs, or the Scourge Privateers they're now known. And I was like, oh, this would be fun. So I looked into Stormcast a little more. I thought, okay, let's build a 400-point force. But then Blight War was announced, and that had the really cool models like the Paladors, the Raptors, the Aetherwings, and the Thingamabob. And I was like, ooh, these look cool. So I tried to read the Stormcast Battle Tome to get some look at costs and the formations and things. I was told no, so I bought it. And I read the lore, and the lore's bloody amazing. You may remember when I did my AOS versus my Fantasy 9th wish list, I said the lore was lacking. I retract everything. I retract everything I said about the lore. The lore's awesome. It's not fully fleshed out, but what's there is bloody amazing. So Gilliman's back, Magnus is back, Mortarion is just about to be back, and I think the other traitor promotes are out and about. Yeah, they're out and about. Paris is very different to France. Yeah, it's like London and England. Like, what your experience is, London is not representative of England. No, it wasn't GW staff. It was the staff at my local hobby store said, just because you don't want to be flicking through it and then someone else buying it, either buy it or don't read it. It's fine. I was thinking of buying it anyway because I wanted to get the formations and stuff. So it just accelerated my interest in Stormcast. That's the third time you've asked that, and it's a slightly stupid thing. So you're going in timeout. Yeah, Mortarion's just around the corner. They're doing the previews of the Death Guard Codex now. That's my blind, by the way. I'm not moving it because if I lift it up, it's going to be the Swarm. Have I read the Pestilence book? No, my friend is getting Pestilence though, So you'll have options for that. Johnson, I like to think Johnson's coming back, but I can't say when or anything like that. England is tea, coffee. No, England is a lot of things. That you think France is just baguette and wine, and yeah, the bread's lovely, but there's so much more to the French than that. Well, tyrants wings on a hive tyrant. Ooh. Interessante. Intéressant. Sorry. Oh god, I'm watching myself back doing that. That's a bit embarrassing. Anywho, how's the computer looking? Oh, it's under no strain whatsoever. Do you think Luther's going to break out perhaps a new model? We'll see what happens with Johnson. Because it depends on how they do Johnson's storyline relating to Luther. So watch that space, I think. Well, if you're reading the 7th edition codices in your stores now, well, it's 8th edition now, so those codices are useless. So, yeah, of course. Answers on Cypher, never going to happen. Oh, we're not talking about bringing Sanguinius back. I don't want Sanguinius back. Leave him dead. Leave him dead. For the sake of the plot, leave him dead. Simon Avi. I should get my Mac on charge. Just before I have any battery catastrophes, I'm going to put my computer on charge. I know you want Johnson, but we can't all have what we want, now can we, Adapter? Given how complex this is the only scale I'm trying to get about time for AOS in the 2 years since launch, think of it as indicative of how slow 40k codex will be released. No! 40k codex, I think they've learned their lesson from AOS. The release schedule for 40k is flipping fast if you haven't noticed. So we'll have 4 once we get Death Guard, then we've got Admech and Eldar Guard and Nids are all before the end of the cocking. Yep. Oh, cocking hell. Right, I'm going on a break just so I can sort out this flipping computer. I'll be right back. Fixed it. The plug was in the adapter upside bloody down. Right. Never mind. Oops. Sorted now. So I wasn't gone long enough for you to derail the chat. Get wrecked. Get flipping wrecked. You tried, you failed. Ha ha ha. Oh, we're talking about the Inari, are we? Reviving people. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a thing. I really don't think that's going to be a thing. Have I ever played Only War? No, I'm afraid. No, I have not. Short answer? Short answer? No. No. Yeah, also reviving the Emperor would see... if the Emperor came off the Golden Throne and the Golden Throne and the Emperor weren't doing their thing, then yeah, terror swallowed by a warp rift. So it might not end well. We're not quite sure how they'd make it work, but killing the Emperor would absolutely fail. If it was a straight heal, it might be okay, but if it was a death, even for a split second, no. Anyone notice that the books make Chaos a hell of a lot less angry and more like a coherent group? Actually happy about that. That's interesting. I hadn't really looked into the books properly, but I can see that the legions coming back together makes sense, although I don't think having a full pantheon of Chaos together will probably be quite right. Got a friend wanting to start a campaign in it, not played it either. I see. Sorry, I can't help you with that. I've got no inside information on help. Want to play music, but no, we'll get copyright struck. It was in Fracture Beltane, they said they wanted someone to bolster the Imperium against Chaos, and the Gathered Eldar said the Emperor was no good. Yeah, it was something like that, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it's something like that as to why or is it they couldn't give them the Emperor, or they just wouldn't, one or the other. Yeah, they work as a group, and that's also because normally Chaos is just like raving mad men and women and just slaughter us. Books give them a goal. Agreed. Definitely agree. Slow healing the Emperor would probably work in terms of like if he's still able to do all this stuff on the Golden Throne while his body is healed. Yes, it could work. You said to Sanguinius, you said in streams before that you want Sanguinius to stay dead with the Promise returning, but with him being so popular, how likely do you think the GW would do it? And if they did, how? How, I don't know. I mean, Inari plot device is an option, and the most likely. As to whether they will, I don't know. The odds are probably about... Like, I really don't want them to, but I could definitely see it happening. I'll say that. I could see it happening. I could see it being a thing, even if I don't want it to. What have you missed? Just general conversation, really. When will the Mark of Kelth end? When Lorgar and all the word bearers are dead. Yeah, that's pretty much right. How is France? No worries about asking again, because people will be coming and going. France is lovely. It's really warm down here, because I'm down near the south, I'm in the Alps. Yeah, a channel making the Gathering Storm books into audiobooks would be pretty fun. Yeah, blame Erebus. Don't blame Lorgar, blame Erebus. Erebus. Yeah, I'll get words. Yeah. I'm still not a fan of Lorgar. No, why would GW arrest you for like audiobooks? Because audiobooks are a huge thing. People have done audiobooks loads of times. And if you get some friends as voice actors, then you'd do fine. GW isn't particularly big on clamping down on anything unless it's like leaks. And I don't even think they clamp down on those, they just preempt them these days. So I can't see a problem with it. If you want to do it, do it. What would it take G-Dubs doing to make you do the ultimate rage quit? Honestly, at this point, I don't think I'm in a rage quit type position. Because the plot is the plot, and I can do stuff with the plot that exists in both games, and AOS is only going to keep improving. The models are still gorgeous, so I'm still happy to collect them. If the games go to crap, then annoyingly I can't play them, but I can play the old editions for a while if all of my friends agree. Did somebody get hit? A channel got hit? Oh, I didn't know that. That's I wasn't aware of that. If that's the case, if a channel did get hit, then I apologise for saying that. I'm not going to dignify that with a response. I thought about it, but I didn't quite know how to put that in a way that felt appropriate, so I'm just going to ignore it. Yeah, let's get that to live. See, we're going up an hour already. Funny enough, he was the only one who wasn't tricked or blackmailed or strong-armed by Chaos, who we talked about. Lorgar. No, he was definitely not. He was definitely not tricked. Not sure that he does them to look up. I might do. I mean, to be honest, I'd be like, given that, like, why haven't I been hit? Like, I don't do as much as some other people, but the amount of stuff I've done in lore, I'd be surprised if I weren't hit if that were the case. Angron and Sanguinius are your favourites? Ah, fair enough. Mine's Magnus, because Angron and Sanguinius, I think, are up there. And then it was... Who was my fifth? I think I came up... Did I put Manus? I think I put Manus at the time. Do you do word-for-word reading of the books? No, I don't. I do so much. I do differently. I paraphrase and collate information and put it into a subject on a topic rather than a book. Lorgar, then Gilliman, then Johnson. Fair enough. I am really not a fan of Lorgar and Johnson personally, but Ashaka. If I want to play Horus Heresy, I'll use the 7th edition rulebook or wait till Horus Heresy rulebook comes out. For now, you use 7th. That 7th edition rules for now. I don't know if they're going to do a dedicated Heresy rulebook. I'd have to check. But for now, you play with 7th edition. I have nothing against cheese. Gotta go. I want to say thank you for doing the streams and chatting. Keep it up and good luck in France. Bonsoir. I enjoy streaming. I enjoy streaming and talking with you guys. And particularly if there's a quiet period like right now with being what it is, it's good to do it. I almost had a match, so back in a bit. If not, enjoy France. Sure thing. Hey Nick, good evening. Welcome to the stream. It's 9 o'clock UK, isn't it? Yeah, it's 9 o'clock UK time. Yeah, give or take 5 minutes. Sanguinius going to come back as a Chaos Demon filled with... No. Yes, Idic Beer is in the chat if people don't know the name Nick. Idic Beer is in the chat. You remember ages ago from just before the edition when I got to speak with Phil Kelly about the Tower expansions, did I get any of it right? Remind me? Because like the 4th sphere going missing and then the 5th sphere just starting is basically where we're at. Couldn't Gilliman use the Barker to determine the accurate date in the Imperium because the Imperium's dating system is broken? Yeah, in theory. I don't think they will, but in theory. Yeah, I agree with that. The bugs have been at me. Lion, Horus, Ferris, Mortarian, Alpharius, Omegon. Interesting. GB did say they'll be brought for Horus Heresy. Don't know when it will drop, and I'm waiting for it. Okay, you're gonna wait. Yeah. If you want to like try it out right now, then by all means play it with 7th. But yeah, if there is a proper rulebook coming, then you can wait. Any guess on the next Primarch? If they're gonna do traitor loyal, it'll be Lion. Otherwise, I think it'll be Fulgrim or Angron. Either or. I remember saying it was the 4th and 5th were launched, that the 5th was separated from the core by the warp rift was tearing through the 4th sphere. Well, the 5th isn't... I don't think the 5th is separated, because they're on the same sort of front. Not sure. The 4th being cut through, yes, that's right. Anything happen with his soul? We don't know about Sanguinius' soul. Either the Emperor's protecting it, or it's just in the warp like usual. Where in France am I? I'm in Grenoble, in the Alps. Or near the Alps. Like, basically, I'm in the flattest area in Europe. The flattest city in Europe. So I've got mountains that way. I've got mountains... Okay, hang on. Have a look out my window. Ah, it's too dark. I've got mountains that way. I've got mountains that way. I've got mountains that way. Mountains sort of that way. Yeah. I have a lot of mountains. I'm basically in a valley. Ugh, Fulgrim. Sorry about getting put another bit stuck in your head. It's a lovely song, though. It's a beautiful song. It's a fantastic piece of music. I cannot shout and put another bit. Gotta go to bed. Have a good one. Fair play. Good night. Enjoy your day. It's 10 o'clock at night. What's the chance of Russ coming back? The same as everyone else at this point. If he's alive, he can come back. As for when, no idea. Yeah, I'm talking about the French Alps. Yeah. Yeah, the French Alps. I mean, to be fair, I'm not too far from Geneva, because I saw signs on the motorway from Lyon, which were for Genève, or Geneva. When did the next Gathering Storm-like book will drop to continue the story. A Dark Imperium was the next storybook. You read that bit in Prince of Crows, where Sabotage question cares about whether his extreme methods of fear are really the best way. No, I haven't. Unfortunately, I have not. Also, if any of you missed the Deadman's podcast this morning, then you should go and watch it, because it was great. As Gilman told the Custodians to start doing some bleep, what role do you think they'll play in the future? They'll just probably be part of maybe an Honor Guard for Gilliman, and maybe a precision tool like they were in the Great Crusade. I reckon they'll be used quite similarly to the Great Crusade, honestly. They're not an army really in their own right. Or if they are, then not in full. Oh, you were watching the podcast. Fair enough. Yeah, Snipe and Wib were great. Snipe and Wib are great people. Another great episode, Miss Alexis. Yeah, it'd have been nice to have Alexis there. Like, her being at Nova was a shame. It was a little bit at the last minute, but yeah. I do know what the Punic Wars sort of are, but I'm not going to do it. No. Yeah, Snipe and Wib are great. Great people to talk to. Although, I'm not sure if I'll have them... I might get them to do some voice acting for me sometime. I don't know. Could be fun. I mean, Remlays and Thunder have done some voice acting for me for the Night Lord's lore video. It'd be fun to get like Snipe and Web and Alexis to do some voice acting as well. Though I missed the perfect one to get a quote for. Missed my chance because I've already done that video. Ready, unfortunately. Because yeah, 40k Stories continues after the Emperor this weekend, and it's getting along. And I need to keep pressing on and getting that done because I need to get back in that mood. Well played. Well played. I don't know about class of flagship, I'm afraid. For a rogue trader, I'm not. I know the various classes, but I don't really know. The crew variant is a giant one. That's the Narlock. The crew dogs are things that have one rider and the gun on the back. The whatchamacallit, the Narlock and the Greater Narlock are something else entirely. Was Malcador covered in 40k Stories? Yes. Malcador was covered in 40k Stories nearly a year ago. It was a while ago, so if you're newer here, you would have missed it. But yes, I have done Malcador the Sigilite. I did it before the Legion series, in fact. Also, Narlocks with a K. It's Knarlocs. Next Paramount to Permadie. I don't think they're going to kill another one off. Unless they finally confirm that Omicron and Alfarius are dead. Because we believe they are, but we're not sure. Skateboard? Yep. King of the road. Yeah. Keep going across passages and books that seem to indicate that everyone gets tortured in eternal pain in the warp when they die. Is this a question you've ever considered? That depends on what happens. If you die in battle, then you sort of end up in Khorne's domain. If you're a warrior who's killed in their sleep, you basically have to slave away in the forges. So yeah, anything that involves warriors goes to Khorne. It sort of varies. I don't really know. How big is the Empire? You mean the Imperium? It covers pretty much the entirety of the Milky Way. Would you have been announcing that bayonets being an equipped weapon that increases attack or improves weapon skill rolls? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it gives your melee attacks 1 AP, I think would be a better way of treating it. Give your melee attacks 1 rend, perhaps. I can't stop that even if I close the window. Oh, Fantasy Empire. The Empire covered basically Germany. Yeah, the empire was loosely Germany, and then you had Britannia, and then Estalia was Spain. Sylvania was sort of like Eastern Europe, like Romania and things like that, going out toward Russia. But yeah, Germany, Poland, those sorts of areas, that was the empire. AI Speak Fantasy, completely different systems, chalk and cheese, can't compare them. Corner Nurgle's realms are basically massive factories for either weapons of war or diseases. Kinda. Definitely kinda. Germany and the Netherlands. Yes, of course. The Netherlands, of course. Yeah. So that exhaust. I suppose. So we're going to make a Punic War in 40. I probably won't read it on the channel. It's not. I don't really do like reading of fan fiction and fan stuff. But thank you, nonetheless, if you want to do it. There we go. Thought I'd mute that before people complained. Magnus or Mortarion? For me, Magnus, every time. I mean, I've got Magnus as my flipping screensaver. My Magnus. Actually. Definitely 30k and 40k, I don't know. How's France? France is good. I've said it a couple of times in the stream, but if you are new here, you might have missed it. Yeah. Hot room, loud cars passing by. No. Oh, one eye, Heart Ripper. Ouch. Yeah, I don't actually know what Heart Ripper is. I assume it's either a breed of Tyranid or it's an upgrade of some sort. Okay, fair enough. Are the people nice? Yeah, actually. We weren't sure how we get on because, I mean, I speak pretty good French, but my mother doesn't really. But she says she's been really good. As long as you make the effort with them, they'll make the effort with you. Is it accurate to say the border prince to be like medieval Hungary? I don't know enough about medieval times to know how true or not that is. Could we kill all Catan to make Ekron Titans a power or the Chaos Energy? No. Because only one Catan was ever destroyed, and that was the one that infected the one that did it with the Flare virus, so no. Gotta go, fair enough. Who do you swap out for Gilliman and who you would have brought back? Honestly, for the sake of leading the Imperium, it makes sense to have Gilliman back. The other one was Johnson, because he's been better confirmed alive. Like, Johnson is confirmed alive. Gilliman was sort of, oh, we don't know. Like, he wasn't dead, but we don't know if he was healing or what. Gilliman was the best bet for the sake of the plot, I think, going forward, but, yeah. Can we have Vlad Teeps in 40k AOS? Yeah, but you'd have to make your own rules for him. Good night, person. No, I don't want Sanguinius back. We've been over this. 3 ugliest Primarchs pre-demonhood. Depends on your perception. Angron. I'm thinking of the Iconostasis here. Probably Angron, Mortarion, and... Well, it depends on what you class as stylish, I suppose. I kind of like Magnus's look more than perhaps others do. Anyway, I'm just going to quickly go to the break screen while I close my window again, so be right back. And we're back. Perturabo, Mortarion, Curse. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, you did time that pretty perfectly, yeah. As I get you, like compared to normal humans, mantises are definitely a very weird look, but has Khan ever done anything relevant to the overall 40k plot? He was at the Battle of Terra. He was on Eleanor, and he was involved in a couple of things in the Heresy, including the Second Battle of Prospero. He was there, so sort of. Oh yeah, Vlad the Impaler. Sorry. Yeah, of course it is. Sorry. Duh. Derp. Derpity derp derpity derp. I knew that, of course I did. Will you and Remlays do a back rep together? Maybe. That relies on Remlays having an army, me having an army that can fight it, either in 30k or 40k, and us being able to meet up to play it. So, maybe, but I make no promises. Has Catchan ever had Psychers? Probably. Not confirmed, but probably. Historical Champions of Chaos, Caligula for Slanesh. You could also argue Nero for Decadence. Sort of varies. Magnus Nerd Rage or Angron Rage. If you mean which is worse, Angron. Would have liked they'd written the story where at the Battle of Terra, Sigismund and Khan had faced each other. Yeah, because Sigismund and Khan were good friends. We were good friends. Because Sigismund was left in charge of the defence whilst Dawn went to the Vengeful Spirit, and either Khan or Angron was first through the main gate at Perturabo breached. So it would have been fun, but we don't believe it ever happened. Yeah. Why did Marines not try to recruit Catachan? Because it's a guard homeworld, among other things. I think it's because it's a guard homeworld. Darwin for Zinch. Interesting idea. If everyone dies and goes by the Emperor's side to eat with him, correct. How big is the table? Metaphor. It's a metaphor. Wow, it's almost certainly a metaphor. 40k you'll never collect and why? Craftworld Eldar. Too finicky. No, Harlequin's too finicky. Have there been other old Psycho worlds except Prospero? Not to my knowledge. Conversation to Catch on one of those badass stories in 40k lore, I bet it is. Isaac Newton for Zinch. Yeah, it seems like science seems to be the idea you want to go down with that. Hey, let's not go Eldar bashing. Let's not go Eldar bashing. I have heard that when Sigismund disappeared, he was saved by Dawn, which could explain his disappearance. I think Black Legion sort of confirmed that Sigismund died. Someone who's read Black Legion, could you let me know? Did Sigismund... I know there was the final fight between Abbott and Sigismund, and I think it's believed that Sigismund did actually die there. So if someone could fill us in, that would be much appreciated. Not identifying that with a response. Not at all. Connor's ship crashed and survivors had to fight for the wildlife and plant life for several years until reinforcements were sent by deciding they were ultimately badass. Yeah, Sigismund dead. Yeah, I can see that. Well, the reigning... No. Stop shipping Yvrain and Gilliman for God's sake. Thank you for the support on the podcast. I'm glad you enjoyed the latest episode and we'll keep doing our thing. So why France? Okay, here's a story. Right, so when I was 10, yeah, 10, my year 5 teacher said she was going to do some classes after school for French. And because I was and still am a nerd, I thought, yeah, that'll be fun, learn a language. I'm already doing music and sport, why not? Complete the bloody trifecta. So I went along to the couple of really basic introductory classes, and they were kind of interesting. So I bought this workbook, this really kids friendly workbook, lots of pictures and descriptions and things, and I learned a bit more. And then at the age of 12, I went to secondary school, and you get split into doing a language class. You either do French or you do Spanish. You don't get a choice, you just get put in. I fortunately got put into French, and I kept learning French mandatorily for 3 years. And I quite enjoyed doing it because I'd done a little bit already, so I had a bit of knowledge, and I came to really enjoy the challenge of doing a language. So when I came to GCSE, I thought, yeah, let's take GCSE French. I've enjoyed doing it. Let's keep going. So I did. And I did it at GCSE. And then I thought it'd be a really good tool to have going forward in life. So I did it at A level. And then I went to my university interview at Manchester. I was going to do physics. And then after that, I got there and I said, anyone who's doing physics with study in Europe, please come with me. That's supposed to be a sort of loose German accent. Don't worry. And he said, please come with me. And I looked at my dad. I was like, oh, there's a physics with study in Europe? What's that? So I followed him to this introductory talk. And I was introduced to Phys Euro and how it worked, and the fact it relied on having a language and learning a language and going out and speaking that language for a year. And I said, yeah, I'm on flipping board. So I emailed UCAS, the organisers who do the application process here in Manchester, and I said, could I change my application from physics to physics with study in Europe? And they said, yes, absolutely. So I got into physics with study in Europe, I got my results, and I started that, and I did some classes in French the last couple of years, and maintenant je suis ici. Right. Now, the chat's probably been talking while I've been talking, so let's have a read of it. Bash everyone equally, there's no room taking sides of the battlefields of GW. Fair play. Why not use Tabletop Sim for a battle against Rem or Alexis? Mainly because that relies on having Tabletop Sim, and I've never really used it, and I'm not fussed about it. What is your source for Armageddon being Olenor? I read it on Lexicanum, and I think it is actually referenced in there as part of the Beast Arises series. Because I think what happened with Olenor is that because of what the Mechanicus did to it, they teleported it away instead of... it's in the beheading. It led to the beheading. The fact that happened meant that, what's-his-face, Vangerich just snapped and just decided to kill the High Lords of Terror, and he did. I'm doing the Assassinorum... Actually, spoiler alert, I'm doing the Assassinorum at the weekend. When I do the Assassinorum, that should answer about the beheading. That is my source. Why is 40k so dark? Because that's the way they want the universe to be. It creates a completely different style to the universe. Does the internet still exist? Not in the same sense, I believe. Not in the same sense. Uniforce didn't start the heresy with Mechanicum, eventually tried to betray their alliance with the Imperium. Maybe. We don't know. We don't know. Possibly. 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 I don't know. Couldn't tell you. What Adeptus is the most capable in its job? The Astartes, the Mechanicus, the Arbites, the Sororitas are pretty good at what they do. The Custodes have generally done a decent job. Do you think we'll see a gradual phasing out of normal Marines in favour of Primaris? It's definitely possible. I don't want to say yes or no either way, but it's definitely possible. And thoughts on Green Knight Primaris? I'm surprised it isn't already a thing. The Noosphere, yeah, I suppose, yeah, the Noosphere might be a bit like the internet in a way. Like I say, it's not the internet in the same sense. It's a very different style of internet, if it is still the internet. It's just a different style. That's a good way of looking at it. No, I couldn't get away with that. What does Sister Battle offer that the Meridian Guard don't? They're a nice... They're like... how do you explain it? Well, they're not designed as like an army the same way. They're the militant arm of the ecclesiarchy. They're not designed to be like the same thing as the Guard or the Marines. They're a sort of mix of the two. Their faith can be a shield, which is kind of useful. And can allow them to do some pretty awesome things. They've got some unique weapons and unique war machines at their disposal. The Exorcist, the Repressor, the Penitent Engine, etc. Yeah. It's not really what they offer. They're just another string to the Imperial's military bow. There's one thing the British can do well, it's bleak sci-fi. This is kind of true. Oop. I probably don't need to read this, but... Oh, for God's sake, is there a link? Excuse me a second. Wow. Okay, that's a thing. Sorry about that. Just something changed about my sport back home. Right. The Noosphere is effectively another level of communication. It's non-verbal and is carried out in binary. Yeah, that's true. Do you think Belisarius will do something stupid in the near future? Probably. Belisarius is Ark and Land? I don't think so. What do the Death Watch do if the Blood Angel suffers the Black Rage while serving with them? I don't actually know. I don't know. I'd have to see. Another question. I'm thinking of doing 30k Legion, but I'd like to know when Mark 4 armor was created because I need an excuse to have Mark 4 instead of Mark 3. As I said when I did my power armor and making a Space Marine video, Mark 4 was practically universal by the end of the Great Crusade. It was particularly prevalent amongst the traitor legions because Horus and some of the people made sure that his forces were better equipped with the newest, best stuff, in a way. So if you're doing a traitor legion, especially, Mark IV will be prevalent, but every legion was pretty much universally Mark IV. Mark III was used in only particular circumstances like boarding actions or heavy frontal assaults. And I think I referenced that properly in my 40k stories. Let me check. Let me check the script for making a Space Marine. Nope, that's old. Here we go. Yeah, power armor. Here we go. Yeah, the time of the Horus Heresy Mark IV was almost universal as Legionis Astartes all at least partially used it or as its components, and as a result is still in use today. There you go. There's your answer. I can straight from the horse's mouth, as they say. Do you think Arch has any case at all about the Astartes being derived from Primarchs and the Primarchs being partly warp creations, and so improving the Astartes requires warp knowledge no tech priest could have? I think he might be onto something. Well, the Primarchs being warp creations is half right. The power the Emperor used to create the Primarchs is believed is derived from Molech. The creation of the Space Marines was the distillation of the Primarch's genetic material. So improving on the Astartes just requires improving on the genetic material, which is feasible and was done, as we've noted with the Primaris. A breach is good in 30k, they just met, never used them but want to because they look badass. While Space Marine chapters distrust or outright resent the Primaris Marines, we had a feeling the Space Wolves would, but we couldn't be sure. Maybe the same with Black Templars and stuff, but there's been none outright stated. Loyal word bearers. Sorry to burst your bubble. There were no loyal word bearers. None. There were several purges of the word bearers legion between Lorgar's fall and the end of the heresy, so there were none left. Like I can only think of one, and that was Reth. Volkar Reth, who was used as a conduit by Saur Talgren. That's it. If you had to choose a chapter belong to which one, I don't know. Too many chapters, so I don't honestly know the answer to that, I'm afraid. Narek? Tu m'as perdu. Yes, one can dream. One can dream. Because, I mean, some of the Sons of Horus went back to being Lunar Wolves, so you could do them back as the Imperial Heralds, by all means. If you want to do, like, the old, like, pre-Lorgar guys, or you just do the Imperial Heralds, you could, by all means. In the Dark Imperium book, it said that Space was accepted the Primaris Marine of their gene line. Yeah, it was thought before, when Primaris were revealed, that Space Wolves would be one who wouldn't go with it, but as it turned out, they did. May I suggest for you, considering your passion for leaning, join the mentors? Okay. Whatever. There was that word bearer that Malkador manipulated and changed to a knight errant. What? I need to do a video on the Knights Errant. I need to do a proper video on the Knights Errant, I think. Because I covered a bunch of them in the Legion series, but I didn't get them all. Oh, learning. Right, thank you. Leaning. Right, there we go. Spell check. Spell check. Spell check. Will the Dark Angels distrust the Primaris Marines because they distrust everyone in the Imperium? Maybe. Again, like, wait for the Dark Angels Codex to get proper answer on that if we haven't got one already. Next Space Marine chapter to fall to chaos? No idea. In the book, Vulcan lives, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't see that one particularly. I didn't see it. Narek is also in Deathfire. Oh, maybe the two are one and the same. For which characters would you like Forge World to release a 30k model? Personally, for Argyle, Tau, and Azkillon. I'd like to see one for Fosis Dakar, although he doesn't have rules. Azkillon would be cool. Basically, if they don't, you have to think about the legions who don't have rules yet. So people like Azkillon is a good one. Luther, Zahariel, Corswain, I reckon will get a model. Who else hasn't got book rules yet? The Scars, so maybe someone like Tagita Yesuge, people like that. Welcome to France, glad to have you here. Pleasure to be here. Wanted to know about the power. I want to see if Mark 4 came out before the purges. Now I see. Yes, I think it had been rolled out. I don't know if it was as universal yet. Arcamus. Yes, the Praetorian of Dawn. But we've already got, he'd need rules to get a model. See two jewels like house. So you'd have to look at stuff that doesn't have rules yet. God damn it, chat. Sorry. Enithiel? Yeah, sorry, I completely shut up there. I was really quiet for ages. I'm sorry. Sorry, I was miles away. Wake up, Michael. I'm still here. Magnus was stupid for falling to chaos. Stupid, no. Naive, yes. Congrats on surviving and happy belated birthday. Haha, thank you. Death or Dreadnought? Dreadnought equals eventual going senile and probably insane, so I'm not sure. Curse of the Rubric or Hubris? The Rubric is worse. What's your favourite rule change from 8th? Oh god, I don't know. Like, I love the way movement values work now. The fact that movement values are even a thing is lovely. Psyche powers have got much more balanced and easy to use. Formations are gone. Decurions are gone. Flyers got a nice rebalance. They're in a nice spot. I don't always like how tough some things got. But hey, generally I'm happy with 8th overall. C'est quoi maintenant? Oh, je ne peux pas les refuser. Okay. Remember request. Can I do that? Am I allowed to do that? Can I do that? Am I allowed? Yeah, he's probably going to be our bloody captain next year. Right. Will you get the news Gold Coast book? Probably not, in a hurry at the very least. Why did it not go see now? We're not sure. I think it's just old age. It might just be an old age thing. How's France? C'est bon, Monsieur Guillemot. C'est génial. Il fait chaud, mais c'est bon. Blindly trusted it being unknown to him, something had no information about textbook stupidity. I go with naivete, but that's maybe because I like Magnus a lot. Are the old Deathwatch RPGs canon? Everything is canon, but not everything is true. Well, did you someone come back to 40k? Haven't been gone since 5th ed. Have no expectations. Just go in blind. Like, just don't think, oh, I'm comparing it to this, I'm comparing it to that, I'm comparing it to da-da-da-da-da. Just play the game, just, maybe not go in blind, but go in with no expectations, and you'll enjoy it a lot more. Minus's flaw was always that he thought he knew everything. It's not stupidity, just a massive character flaw. That's not a, that's yeah. My friend asked the Alpha Legion Primarch Alfarius, Chorus, and Magnus all thought who would win. Magnus, if he's got the range. If Magnus has the range to use his psychic powers, then Magnus will win. Oh, we're having a massive argument. Here we go. Yeah, sorry. Oh, mon Dieu. Pourquoi est-ce que je continue de pousser? Okay, Ben's back. Awesome. Magnus Redemption arc, not going to happen anymore. It's like an old redemption is kind of like something Magnus could have had back in the day, but he's too far gone at this point. What did I do for my birthday? Not a lot, actually. We had a big party a week before because it was another family event, so we sort of rolled it all together into one mega event. We went out for dinner because it was my last night in England before I came out to France. I came out to France on the Sunday, so we went out for dinner, me and my family, which was really nice, to be fair. It was a really nice restaurant. Mortarian Redemption arc, no. Stupidity is a flaw for almost everyone in 40k, even the Eldari suffered for it, it spawned a god. That was hedonism as much as anything else. Arrogance leads to stupidity. If you believe you know everything, you are not only arrogant but stupid. The two don't negate each other. Yes, arrogance and stupidity. Like, arrogance... You're not stupid if you're arrogant. Because I'm arrogant. Sometimes. I'm a bit cocky at times, but I can keep it under control most of the time, and I'm not, I like to think most of the time, I'm not stupid. I make my mistakes, yes, but I'm not stupid. Yeah, I don't know. Do I miss fish and chips? I've only been here for 4 days. I think it'll take a little bit longer for that to happen, and I'm not... I do like a good chippy, to be fair. After retiring, you think the next Chaos Primal to come back, either Fulgrim or Angron? I want Pert back for Dravo, but yeah. And of course, Ben's decided to take on the Let's All Insult Michael train. Pick one Primal to remove from history completely. Without retconning the entire storyline, that's very difficult. So I'm not going to try. Yeah, Magnus was one of the cleverest people to ever exist. He can't be said to be stupid. He just had no common sense. I think perhaps it was a lack of common sense You're not necessarily stupid if you are arrogant. Yes, that's probably a better way to say it. Yeah. Yeah. Someone who is arrogant is not necessarily stupid. That is true. But by the same token, someone who is stupid is not necessarily arrogant. The two can cross over, but not always. So the man just didn't think he knew everything, and he was always studying. And you think, yeah. What was that quote from Nike? If I am guilty of anything, it is for the pursuit of knowledge, something like that. If I'm guilty of anything, it's wanting to know more. Ironically, common sense is not all that common. This is true. This is true to an extent. Thought I heard something there. So Imperialis and Dawn will return as a pair. Basically, Chaos marches towards Terra, and Dawn calls the last wall and raises Legion to save Terra. They could do that. They could do that with the Reformation, with the redoing the last wall. Although Dawn never called the last wall. It was Courland, I think. Right. It's 10 to 11, so we'll have 5 or 10 more minutes, and then we'll call it a night. Okay? Is that alright, folks? 5 or 10 more minutes, and then we'll call it a night. Because it's getting a little late here, and I don't want to keep people up. I mean, I'm not too loud, and no one's gone banging on my door saying, shut the heck up. But, yeah. If you had to dye your hair a colour, what colour would it be? Oh, God, I don't know. Have some Primarchs. I want Dawn to stay dead. Have some Primarchs. Well, we don't know Dawn is dead. That's the thing. Dawn is believed to be dead, but he's not confirmed to be dead. It's quite well speculated that he's alive, actually, so... yeah, I wouldn't want to say that with Dawn. You're not stupid, Ben. You make mistakes, we all do. But you're not stupid. Definitely not stupid. You can't get to uni. You can't do well at university, I don't think, if you're stupid. What am I doing in France? I'm doing physics. So, to be more accurate, I'm doing physique nucléaire et particules, mathématiques pour la physique, physique du solide, magnétisme et semi-conducteur, système dynamique et application, and... Et c'est quoi? Les mécaniques quantiques. Is there a chance of French physics friends on a stream? Highly unlikely, because that would require me to have physics friends. No, it's 2 PM where you are. It's 11 PM where I am. Vulcan said it, Dawn is still alive. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's thought that Dawn is still alive. We don't know. We can't be sure because we haven't seen him. The reason they use resin is because it's more precise detail. The plastic's getting better and better, and eventually resin will be phased out, I think. But resin for the moment gets better detail. Am I going to adopt a... This is the part where I would give the middle finger if I really gave that much of a damn. Shut up. You have a year to set it up. What do you mean I have a year to set it up? Rewind. Yeah, true. But that would mean I'd have to talk French to them. And you hate me when I talk in French. Like, whenever I've talked in French before, it's a case of... shut up, stop it. Also, shut up, Ben. One of the Beast Arises books, so that's right. Have a good time in France, bon voyage. Yeah, bon voyage, c'est comme ça s'écrit. Well, I like the... Yeah, absolutely. I enjoyed doing the French video, and I will do almost certainly more French stuff. I'll probably do more bilingual content, or maybe in a full French stream if I've got people to talk to. A full French stream will be something I'll probably do. But yeah. Explaining 40k lords to non-40ks in French would be hilarious. It was fine to do it in English, to be fair, when I had the physics friends, and that was great fun. So doing it in French, fine. Where in France? I'm in Grenoble, down in the Alps. Question, should I repost my question that wasn't answered? If orcs, grots, and squigs are all part of the same species, and orcs got a god just by believing there's a squig god. I don't think the squigs have enough intelligence to make that happen. Okay, well, I learned some new law. Yes, you did. Yes, we all learned something. I mean, I learned stuff today, and that's good. The biggest culture shock. Oh god, my kitchen. The kitchen in this flat is no oven, a mini fridge that's about that by that by that. It's tiny. No microwave, no toaster, no kettle. 2 hot plates. 2 hot plate rings, or 8 hot plate rings, and 2 sinks between 18. It's pretty sparse. I can't promise photos in GW. I'll go to GW, but I'll have to ask what they'll allow me and won't allow me to do. Je n'ai pas de plan pour visiter l'Autriche. I don't really have plans to visit Austria for the moment, at least. It's not top of my list of things to do. I've got a lot of life to do here in Grenoble, and I've got friends that I need to see, probably in Paris. And I'll have family and friends coming out at some point, I'm sure. Ask a question about the end of 4 lanes that didn't answer the podcast. Ask it again because I really want to know the answer. Is that annoying? We don't mind if you ask questions again. It's the questions, like, we don't read out the questions, we skip. If there's a question you want to get answered, you feel free to repost it. But I can't promise it. Well, let's start new army, my friends. Yeah, the plan. The plan is the Stormcast. That way. Vanguard chamber with a warrior chamber on top. C'est le plan. Austria, great, rather you disagree in English. I've got no opinion on Austria, I've never been. Are there any physics in 40k that 40k gets wrong that drives you crazy? Like, half of 40k's physics is wrong. How is someone supposed to cook in conditions like that? With great difficulty. So I'm probably going to buy a microwave and then improvise. Like, I can fry stuff on the hob, I can boil stuff. I can make like a bolognese, something like that. The main problem is actually going to be storage as much as anything else. If you want to buy stuff for your kitchen, so the boncoin.fr, on partage des beaucoup de choses pour la cuisinière. What, Ben, you're doing Stormcast? Are you flipping serious? When was this a thing? When was this a thing? Why you do this? Why you do this to me? Do you enjoy drone, synth, ambient? In terms of music, I'm a jazz person. It's all boiling saucepans, it's also frying pans and stuff. Yeah. I think the French just don't do kettles. Well, I'm not fussed for kettles. It's like, I can do some boiling water on the hob to do pasta or rice that way, instead of boiling it in advance. The flesh eater cores are better than Stormcast. Maybe, but Stormcast have got more lore and a cooler. About 2 months ago, you bought First Squad plus a HQ. Oh, so you got some Liberators and a Lord Celestant, then probably. If you bought it separately, it was probably a Lord Celestant. What's the Thousand Suns combat doctrine? Reconnaissance and Psychic Dominance. Yeah. It's a war of information as much as anything else. Why do you go German stereotype? I don't know. I can't speak English with a French accent. That's a thing with me. I can't speak English with a French accent. So when I try and speak English with a French accent, it goes German. I don't know why, it just does. Yeah, and some guy on a lion-looking thing. That would be the Lord Celestant on Dracoth. That would be... Where is he? Something that looks a bit like that. No, that way. Looks a bit like that because that's a Lord Celestant on Dracoth. That's the Dracoth cavalry because that's like the lion-like thing is Dracoth. Let me find the model of Lord Celestant on Dracoth. If you could, you know where to go to. It's got to be here, doesn't it? Yeah, there's that thing. Yes. Yeah, Lord Celestant and Dracoth. What colour scheme am my Stormcast going to be? Let me show you. Because I give 2 craps about lore, I looked one up. And I found 2. but the one I prefer, in terms of balancing up paint scheme with lore, is going to be the Sons of Malice. Malice being the old world. So the Sons of Malice are these guys. No, it's not plugged in. So it's black armour with gold trim and purple shoulder pad and shields. Tempers as black as their lustrous armour. And I think it's actually a reference to the Purple Son of Zerus, which is really cool. Or Kieran thought it was a reference to the Purple Son of Zerus. And yeah, you can also answer the question if you want, Ben, about your Stormcast, what you're doing. What do you prefer, early mornings or late nights? I generally do stay up late. Warhammer models cheap in Europe? I don't know. I will find out, but I don't think so. Because the exchange rate right now is pretty crappy. It's like 106. So it might actually be better value out here, I'm not sure. You missed a lot, and I'm about to wrap up. So yeah, Ben, if you want to private message me after we're done on the stream, we can discuss what we're doing with Stormcast, and then hopefully we don't end up buying exactly the same thing. Does the battle tome for the Stormcast have the battalions of that in the General's Handbook? That is in here. That's in the stuff here. So, for example, I've gone to a page, which is a page I'm going to be using a lot, by the way. There's the Vanguard Angelos and the Vanguard Justicar Conclave, which are formations, or battalions. You're doing Anvils of the Heldenhammer. You're joking, right? Anvil was the one I was going to do, but I wasn't so keen about painting the shields and stuff in black, because I wanted a bit more of a colour contrast. So I nearly went Anvils, or you're going Maelstrom of Light. Oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell. The Maelstrom of Light, by the way, is these guys here. Nope, nope, nope. These guys right here. So that's white. Flip me. I don't envy you. So if you go white, I'll go black. That's that'd be a fun contrast. They're currently plastic coloured. I guess that's not being answered. What did you do? How likely is it that we're going to get a red Gobbo model for this battle? I think the red Gobbo is not a thing anymore. All Warhammer cheap compared to South Africa is not worth being a hobby here. Right on. Ben's White Knight army. God, if we bought the same army, we could make bloody chess with it. Yeah, Liberators for pawns, Prosecutors for knights, Paladins for castles, bishops. Bishop. There's not much infantry. Maybe the Vanguard for bishops? No, the Vanguard for castles, Paladins for bishops, the Knight Vexilor for the king, and the Lord Celestin for the queen. Along with about 12,000 points of unpainted cast. Yep. Have I been to Warhammer World? Once. Yes. Then going Wanderers and maybe Sylvaneth. Sylvaneth are more updated, so if you want to play the game, Sylvaneth are a better choice, but Wanderers are going to be a thing, I think, eventually. And then play Regicide with them. Anyway, I said I was going to stop at about 11 o'clock, or 10 o'clock UK, or whatever time it is in your part of the world. So, Did I die? That's going to be the stream, ladies and gentlemen. I really hope you've enjoyed it. It's been great to come back to the world of the stream and have you guys on. And yes, bienvenue à la France. I'm never going to speak like that again because that's extremely stereotypical. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed the stream. It's been really good to talk with you all of you guys and be back in the thing. I will be updating you with the Stormcast army as and when I get into that and all of that stuff. So yes, I'm sorry if you did just get here. My apologies. It will be out eventually. I don't know how long it'll take a process because I'm on new Wi-Fi and all that stuff. So it'll be out soon enough. So, thank you all for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Mon nom est Michael pour Tactica Imperialis et jusqu'à la prochaine fois, je vous verrai encore. Merci beaucoup et au revoir. Good night.